There are countless articles online that discuss all aspects of photography, from buying the right DSLR to lighting, composition, and color. In this tutorial, we're going to look at some of the lighting setups. It doesn't really matter what kind of camera that you have. The camera simply records the light that it sees, and so it's important that your subject is lit to the best so that you can achieve the results that you're looking for. There are numerous different possibilities when it comes to lighting a subject, and a wide variety of lighting sources and tools to affect the light. Everything from floodlights, hair lights, ring lights, right down to mirrors and reflectors to bounce the light where it's needed. We'll look at a few setups that will use some basic equipment to help achieve the look that you desire. The images that I have shot of the doll were done with LED lights available from any dollar store, and my reflectors were made from aluminum foil. First, let's talk a little bit about light. Light is measured in temperature on a Kelvin scale. In photography, the temperature ranges from 1000 Kelvin to 10,000 Kelvin. In this diagram, we can see various light sources and where they reside on the scale. Depending on the mood that you want to convey, will determine what you use as a light source. If you're looking for soft, warm lighting, use early sunrise or tungsten lighting. This is ideal for soft, glamour-style photography. At the other end of the scale, the lighting can be harsher and is more suited for high-contrast portraits or product photography. Now, before we get into the types of setups, let's talk a bit about some lighting terms. Ambient light. This is the light that surrounds the shooting area and is usually unwanted. Background light, the light that is set behind the subject to help eliminate shadows on the background. It can also be used to bring out detail in the background. Backlight. Backlight is used behind the subject to help separate them from the background. Catch light. A catch light is a light source that causes a specular highlight in the subject's eye. Fill light. The fill light will fill in any shadows to lighten them and control contrast. It helps to balance out the lighting. Hair light. The hair light is used to emphasize the hair or help to separate dark hair from dark background. Key light. This is the main light source for your subject. Now let's move on to the various lighting setups. We'll start with the one light. The one light setup is best used when you have another light source as well, such as daylight. Your flash becomes the key light and simply exposing for the background. This will have the effect of making the subject a bit darker, but the key light will compensate for that. You would place the key light 45 degrees away from the camera on the side that the subject parts their hair, and the level of the light should be just above the head. Next, we have butterfly light. You can easily identify butterfly lighting as it creates a small shadow under the nose. The key light is typically placed about 5 feet in front of the subject and well above the head, angled downwards. You may want to use a small reflector close to the subject and reflecting upwards. This will create a strong jawline. If an image is taken using a Rembrandt lighting setup, you'll notice a small triangle of light opposite where the key light was set. This lighting technique is very flattering for most all subjects. As a rule, when setting up a key light, do it on the opposite side from where your subject has his or her hair parted. The reason for this is to avoid casting large shadows across the face. The key light is 45-degree angles to the side and 6 to 7 feet up. The fill light is 90 degrees opposite the key light and just at eye level. With this setup, play with the key light to achieve the desired look. Rim lighting is most effective when your subject's head is 90 degrees from the camera. This is a much more dramatic style of lighting that accents elegant features. The key light is aimed at the face and is placed behind the subject to illuminate the profile. The fill light is placed on the same side as the key light with a reflector to fill in the shadow areas. Hair and background lights are optional for this setup, but if used, are placed on the opposite side to the key and fill lights. A split lighting setup will illuminate only half of the subject's face. It's a slimming effect on the face and nose. The key light is usually lower and can be further to the side of the subject. Using a weak fill light will help to hide facial imperfections, or if you wish, using no fill for a dramatic effect. The headshot lighting is used when shooting with darker backgrounds and the subject's hair will blend in. The hair light will create a sort of an outline around the head to help separate them. The key light is similar placement to the Rembrandt setup, 45 degrees to the side and 6 to 7 feet up. The hair light should be 3 to 4 feet above the subject on a boom. If a boom is not available, point it at the background behind the subject's head. A diffuser for the hair light should also be used. These are just a few of the more common lighting setups. Continue to explore, and the next time you go out and take a shot, hold out your hand with the palm towards you and ask yourself the following. What type of light is hitting my hand? Daylight or artificial? What is the intensity? What is the color of the light? And where are the shadows? How can I improve on this image? Apply this to the subject that you're about to shoot. Now that we've covered off some of the more common lighting setups, see if you can identify what setup was used with each image. Doing this will help you better understand the importance of lighting position and the effect that it has on your subject. If you've enjoyed this tutorial, be sure to check out learn.corel.com for some more equally informative tutorials.